Hey guys, welcome to our new video using the designer screen, which will be the beginning of the development phase. With the installation phase complete, we'll start working with Power Center client tools. We'll be learning the basics of the designer screen. We'll also get familiar with the client interface, then work with sources and target as files and databases. Under the Informatica 9.6.1 folder, under All Programs, click on Power Center Designer, and you should see the screen. The designer screen lets you create and build Informatica components, such as source, targets, transformations, and mappings. As you can see, Informatica Power Center Designer is a graphical interface which is divided into three core sections. The top part is where you have various options, and you can select various components, and it's referred to as the toolbar. The section on your left is called Navigator. The Navigator is used to connect repositories and open folders as well. You can copy objects and create shortcuts within the Navigator. Navigator allows you to reuse the existing components. We'll also see that in detail. The midsection, which covers most of your screen, is your workspace. This is the space where we'll actually be coding. In this workspace, you'll be able to create and edit repository objects, like source, targets, maplets, transformations, and mappings. The bottom part, where repository service notifications are enabled, is referred to the output or control panel, lets you perform multiple operations like viewing your work or validating your mapping. You can view and validate your code if it's valid or not. If it's valid, the output panel shows you the reason for the encountered error. The bottommost end, where you see the word ready, is the status bar. Status bar is used to display the status of the current operations. Just quickly revise the top section. Top section is the toolbar. Left is the Navigator. The middle is the workspace below, which you have the control panel, and right at the bottom is the status bar. Going forward, we'll be referring to these sections with their respective names. Excellent. Let's move on. We'll now connect the repository using our credentials. Right-click on repo_1, click on Connect. Specify the username and password, and click on Connect. In the Navigator, we can see the name of the folder that we created during the installation. Click on the plus symbol in front of the folder named LearnWell. You'll see a number of components which will be used for designing and working on the designer screen. To work on the components, right-click on the folder and click on Open. You'll see that the workspace has been allocated to LearnWell. You can clearly see that LearnWell is now in bold and has been listed above in this area as well. Once you've connected to the repository through the folder, you'll be able to see 5 tabs above the workspace. The Power Center Designer tool allows you to work on different types of components, such as different sources and targets, as well as different maplets and mappings. It also allows you to work on different types of transformations. We'll see all these 5 tabs one by one. First tab, Source Analyzer. This allows you to import or create source definitions. You can work on various types of files, also databases and other components. Source Analyzer also lets you modify the existing source definitions. Second tab, Target Designer. This allows you to import or create target definitions. You can work on various types of files and database targets. Target Designer also lets you modify the existing target definitions. Next tab, Transformation Developer. To create reusable transformations in the mapping. Reusable transformations are important, since they allow you to transform the existing transformations. Number 4, Maplet Designer. This tab allows you to create a group of transformations combined together to make a maplet. A maplet is a group of reusable transformations which can be used in multiple mappings as reusable components. The 5th tab, Mapping Designer. This will allow you to create mappings that the integration service uses to extract transformations and load data. This is the place where your ETL features are implemented. A mapping contains source, targets, and transformations linked to each other through the links. You can add multiple source, targets, and transformations in a single mapping. Whenever you work on any ETL functionality, always make sure that you first work on the source. Next, the target. Finally, the mapping. Transformations can directly be added while mapping. That brings us to the end of this video. We saw the various sections and tabs of Power Center Designer screen.